So we will learn about transitive and intransitive verbs in detail today. So first of all, we will recapitulate what is a verb. As you all know that a verb is a word that shows an action or a state. So that's why on behalf of this, we can divide a verb in two parts. First is stative, second is dynamic. So stative verbs means which shows the state and dynamic means which shows the action. So here stative verb or state verb expresses a situation. Examples are be, have, like, think, own. And an action verb expresses physical activities. Examples are eat, go, run, sing, sit, stand. All these words are showing action. So that's why we call them action verbs or dynamic verbs. If we know more about action verbs, we can say that action verbs are of two types. First is transitive verbs and second is intransitive verbs. So what are transitive verbs? A verb that is followed by an object, and that object can be a noun phrase or pronoun. That is called a transitive verb. What is a transitive verb? A verb that is followed by an object. Example is Neha is writing a letter. Neha is the subject, is the helping verb, writing is the main verb, and a letter is the object. So here we can see that the action verb writing is followed by an object that is letter. So we can say that a transitive verb is followed by an object. Now let's move towards intransitive verbs. A verb with no object is intransitive verb. If there is any verb which is not followed by any object, that is intransitive verb. Example is Neha is writing. Neha is the subject, is the helping verb, and writing is the action verb. Here you can see that writing, which is the action verb, is not followed by any object. So we can say that here writing is an intransitive verb. The action of a transitive verb transitions, means moves through the verb to an object to complete the meaning. How? You can see the example. She played the piano. She is the subject, played is the action verb, the piano is the direct object. Here you can see that the action of a transitive verb. What is the action of a transitive verb? What is transitive verb here? That is played. So the action of it transitions through the verb, right, to an object. What is the object? That is piano, to complete its meaning. So here you can see that played, which is the action verb, is followed by the direct object or the object which is the piano. So we can say it's a transitive verb. Now we have to know what is the direct verb. You can see here, our cat caught a mouse. Here our cat is the subject, caught is the verb, a mouse is the direct object. Because here the verb caught is showing what? Caught what? What it caught? What our cat caught? A mouse. So here it's a mouse is the direct object. Next example is the boss saw her in town. The boss is the subject, saw is the action verb, her is the direct object. In town are the other words. Why her is the direct object? Because here the boss, it is showing the boss saw what? The boss saw whom? The boss saw whom? The boss saw her. So her is the direct object. So we can say that both these sentences in verbs in both these sentences, both of these sentences are transitive verbs. Here verbs, action verbs caught and saw are transitive verbs because these are followed by the direct objects a mouse and her. Now it's time to move towards intransitive verb. As we have already understood that transitive verbs are followed by an object. But what happens in case of intransitive verb? There is no object here, right? Intransitive verbs are, these are also the action verbs. Intransitive verbs are action verbs, but unlike transitive verbs, they do not have an object receiving the action, right? Here the verbs are not followed by any object. You can see the examples. I laughed, I cried, the book fell, the horse galloped, the sun set. If you talk about the first one, I laughed, here I is the subject, laughed is the action verb, but is it followed by any object? No. So we can say it's here laughed is a transitive verb. I cried, I is the subject, cried is the action verb, but there is no object after it. So this is also, here cried is also an intransitive verb. The book fell, here the book is the subject, fell is the action verb. Here fell is not followed by any object, so we can say that it's an intransitive verb. Next is the horse galloped. The horse is the subject, galloped is the action verb, but the action verb galloped is not followed by any object, so we can say it's an intransitive verb. The sun set, the sun is the subject, and set is the action verb, but it's not followed by any object, so we can say it's an intransitive verb. Now let's move towards one exercise. Please everyone take out your notebook and start doing this exercise along with me. Let's solve the exercise. Okay, you all have to do this exercise of transitive and intransitive verb in your grammar notebook. So please do along with me. The first sentence here, what is the question? State whether the verbs in the following sentences are transitive or intransitive. Right. So you can see the first sentence, she advised me to consult a doctor. What is the verb here? She is the subject, advised is the action verb. And what is object here? Is it followed by any object? Yes, it's followed by an object, that is me. She advised me to consult a doctor. These are the other words. So as here advised is followed by the object me, so it's a transitive verb. Here advised is the transitive verb. Now move towards the next example. Next sentence. Let's invite your cousins as well. What is verb here? Verb is invite. And what is the object? Object is your cousins. To whom? Invite. Invite your cousins. So your cousins is the object, right? So as we have here object followed and verb followed by an object, or your cousins. So it's a transitive verb. Invite is the transitive verb here. I waited for an hour. What is the action verb here? Action verb is waited. But there is no object followed by which has followed the verb. So we can say it's an intransitive verb. Next sentence is, I received your letter in the morning. What is the action verb here? Received is the action verb. Whose letter? Your letter. So what is the object here? Object is your letter. So as received is the verb, which is action verb, which is followed by the object your letter. So we can say that it's here received is transitive verb. Next sentence is, I am going to send her some flowers. Here I is the subject, am is the helping verb, going is the main verb or the action verb. To send her some flower. To send some what? Some flowers, right? So is there any object? Yes. Object is flowers or some flowers, right? So it's a transitive verb. Next sentence is, he has changed a lot since he got married. What is the action verb here? Changed is the action verb. But is there any object here? No. There is no object, so we can say it's an intransitive verb. Changed is the intransitive verb because it's not followed by any object. Next sentence is suddenly the child woke up. The child is the subject. Woke up is the action verb. But is there any object which is followed by the verb? No. There is no object, so we can say it's here. Woke up is an intransitive verb. Let's move towards the next sentence. The loud noise woke me. Here you can see that what is the action verb? Woke is the action verb. But the loud noise woke whom? Me. So me is the object, right? So we can say that woke is the transitive verb here. Now come to the next sentence. Let's discuss your plans. What is the action verb here? Action verb is discuss. Discuss what? Your plans. So plans is the object. So we can say that discuss is the transitive verb as your plans is an object. So we can say discuss is the transitive verb. Next sentence is the wind was blowing fiercely. Blowing is the action verb. Fiercely is the adverb. But there is no object after the verb. So we can say it's an intransitive verb. So this is the exercise based on transitive and intransitive. You all have to do this exercise in your fair notebook of grammar. So please complete it right now. And it will take just 5 minutes. So do it fast, quickly. Hope you all understood the concept of transitive and intransitive verbs. And if still you have, please watch this video carefully. And still you find any difficulty or if you have any doubt related to transitive and intransitive, please note it down. You can ask me those doubts in our next online session, right? Till then, bye, take care and have a nice day.